Greetings friends, Steven here, and welcome to my review of SteamWorld Dig, a fistful of dirt. This is a game you can get for your Nintendo 3DS. It is available in the eShop. It sells for $8.99. Is it worth your $8.99? Yeah, it's a pretty cool game. Might be a little, the price might be just a bit high. I could see maybe being maybe a buck or two cheaper, but whatever, it's fine. So what we have here is a game where you play as Rusty, a steambot, which is basically just a robot, one of those sort of things. And you get to this old mining town, and basically the entire game is you starting from the surface, just digging your way down. And the story sort of happens as you dig. There's not a whole lot of story here. It's it almost feels more arcade game than console game in that regard. I've actually got a list here of games that this reminded me of, and I'll just go through that right now. Mega Man X, Super Metroid, Dig Dug, Mr. Driller, Minecraft, California Gold Rush, which is a lesser-known smartphone game, and Mega Man Legends. So those are good games. I mean, they're all great games, and if you're going to take ideas from games, those are certainly the right games to pick. So what we got here, Minecraft, like the blocks. You're digging down, much like how you would in Dig Dug, except each block is its own square, much like Minecraft. And you'll get to a certain depth, and then you'll find these doors. You go in the doors, and then you find items. The items are very similar to things you'll find in Super Metroid, and you'll have abilities not unlike Mega Man X did, you know, like dashes or runs like in Super Metroid, or wall jumping, much like Mega Man X. But you know, it's fine, that's cool. Like I said, they're great games to take ideas from. You will find enemies along the way, you'll see bugs, and you'll start to find robots. The game has a very Mega Man Legends sort of feel to, in that you know a lot happened in the past, but you're sort of just uncovering it all now as you're digging further down. Now, as you're digging, you'll find precious minerals. And those you can take back to the town at the start of the game, and you can trade this in for money and upgrade your Rusty Steambot guy. What you will need to do, of course, you have an energy bar, you have a water meter, and you have fire, which is your light basically when you're underground. And of course, as you power yourself up, you'll make more energy for your guy, more power for the water, and that sort of stuff. You know, typical video game sort of stuff here. There's secrets, kind of. They're kind of easy to see. And there's a teleporter. Teleporters are very good to invest in because, like I said, if you run out of fire, things get very dark in the cave, and then you'll probably want to head back to town because, for whatever reason, going to town refills your fire. I'm not really sure why that is. Whatever. Music's pretty good. One thought I had when I was playing is that the music is extremely Old West, but for a game that stars robots, I kind of wanted it to be, I guess you could call it like a fusion. I kind of imagined to have like Old West mixed with techno or something like that, you know, some sort of more robotic kind of sound. But you know, it's fine, It's very much an Old West themed game, just with like the whole backdrop of the past was our future, that sort of thing. No bosses. You're just kind of digging, and then you run out of resources, so you go back and you refill those resources. There is a boss at the end of the game, and it does sort of tie into the story, such as it is. I won't mention anything because it would kind of spoil it, and I don't want to spoil it for you. So the game lasts. Now, I took my time with it. I know I was reading on Twitter and whatnot, a lot of the retweets from the good folks at Image Inform. A lot of people were using this game for speed running purposes. I've never been a fan of that sort of thing. I just like to take my time, romance the game, if you will. And I clocked in at 5 hours to get down to 870 meters. So, 5 hours, that's not too bad for a $9 game. But you will find people who say that it is a pretty short game. I didn't mind the game length. I mean, it is an eShop game, so you don't expect it to be too long. But you know, that's just something to consider. Art looks really nice. Very fluid. It's got multi-parallaxing backgrounds or something like that. That basically means that it looks real pretty. Like I like the way the colors kind of meld together. Like a whole lot of shading going on there. And Controls are pretty spot on. There will be a time or two where you'll jump and you won't maybe you might miss a jump, you might walk into an enemy too quickly or something. You know, that's fine. Well, that's just typical video game stuff. So all in all, pretty competent game. The only, like I said that's earlier though, it's like I just wish it wasn't so derivative of these other games. I don't feel that SteamWorld Dig has enough of its own identity, which is kind of a bummer because I'm sure there'll be more games in the SteamWorld story. I know there was a SteamWorld Tower Defense sort of game for DSi, something like that. So I'm sure we'll be seeing more from Imogen Form and more of the SteamWorld IP. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring out next. I'm sure I don't know, is it even meant to be a game about story? It's more a game about gameplay, like I said. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what the future holds for the SteamWorld world. One neat thing I liked about the game was that as you're digging down through these blocks of dirt, basically, you actually leave a path, and when you go back to the surface, and then when you go back down to dig deeper, you'll see that the path you made is still there. I thought that was really cool. Kind of reminded me of like an ant farm, that sort of thing. We're seeing everything from the side. And you're just sort of making your way down. Much like Minecraft, you probably won't want to dig straight down. I sort of did a zigzag thing. And of course, like I said, you'll find precious gems along the way. You'll see them sparkling in the side of the rock, whatever. So you'll want to dig those up, which will of course make you more money. So you can go back to that shop I mentioned. Yeah, pretty neat game. I wasn't, like I said, I'm not as hyped as a lot of the reviews I've been reading about it are, but it's a safe bet. If you're looking for a game in the eShop, something side-scrolling, just arcadey fun that you'll get at least 5 hours, I figure, out of it. And I believe the levels are procedurally generated, so if you play it again, everything should be in different places. So that's pretty cool too. I'm okay with that. And that is pretty much all I've got to say about the game. If I do think of anything further, I will leave them in this video's description. And if you agree with my review, if you disagree completely, if you think the game is crap, if you think the game is great, either way, let me know in the comments. So for those that like scores, I believe I will give this game an 8 out of 10. Pretty good game. Pretty good game. It's not super great, but you know, it's pretty good. So yeah, thanks again for watching. If there are any other games you'd like to see me review, once again let me know in the comments. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon.
In his search for answers, he dug up more than he bargained for. The digging. The caves. The gold. The women. The danger. The upgrades. The beverages. The explosions. Even more digging. The showdown. SteamWorld Dig. A first-of-its-kind game.